Welcome back to the final segment of the Jeff Crilley Show. This show has really gone by so fast. I'm very excited about my next guest, Lanita Dunlap. She is the executive director of iHeart House. Welcome to the Jeff Crilley Show.
Hi, Jeff. Thank you so much for having me.
So this is a wonderful nonprofit. Why don't you tell everybody what it is that you guys do?
Thank you. So iHeart House is a nonprofit that provides safety, education, and opportunity to refugee and underprivileged children. Our work really focuses on taking kids from chaos to calm, whether that's through poverty, whether that's through mental health issues. And we really focus on an integrated approach to really serving the kids holistically. So a lot of our work really is a holistic approach, not only just academics, but also focusing on play therapy, group therapy, whatever type of interventions that the students need, we try to provide. And through our H3 program, Head, Heart, and Hands, we kind of do this amazing work, and the kids just have a lot of fun and have an opportunity to escape from the actual work. To escape from their lives, of
Absolutely.
all the things that they've gone through.
Is this for the most part an after-school activity that they do with you?
So it's actually year-round. So
Okay.
they work with us year-round, and we actually serve them via after-school. But really, our work really is like throughout the summer and all throughout the year. And so our focus is to really come alongside them and their families to really provide the type of support that they need. Because what happens is that in the school systems, they're not adequately prepared to really serve the various needs that the kids have. And so with us, we're trying to make certain that the students have all the extra support that they actually need to make it.
And you were telling me it's almost like a United Nations. There are so many different cultures and countries represented. What are some of them?
So we currently serve in a Vickery Meadow community here in Dallas. So in the heart of Dallas, not too far from North Park Mall, there's this amazing community called Vickery Meadow. And in Vickery Meadow, you have folks from all over the world. And so if you want some authentic food from Iraq or from Ethiopia, you can come through and meet some families from these amazing places. At iHeart House, most of our students is 55% Asian, mostly from Southeast Asia, from Burma, Myanmar area. A lot of our students come from that Thai and Burmese border. Then we also have kids from Nepal, Eritrea, and some other places as well. And so what's amazing is that you really get to learn like a lot of the cultural pieces, and it's just really interesting to see them like in their element and learning from these families from all over.
So if I were to like roam the halls on a typical summer day, what are some of the activities I would be witnessing?
So if you come to iHeart House, which I definitely love to have you come out, you will see them just playing and having a good time, and actually in learning center. So a lot of the work that we do does center around them learning about mindfulness and being able to understand their brain and actually understand neuroscience. And then through that work, they're able to really figure out, like, why am I angry? Like as I'm learning in school and I'm having struggles with my teachers, why is that? And so we really try to empower them. And we also put them in opportunities where they're working with other kids from other cultures. So by doing that, they're able to really just connect with other people and learn about their histories and cultures. This summer is an ethnographic study. So they're learning from, like, they're tasting foods from India, South Africa, and they're learning about the global world. And I think that's what's important is at iHeart House, we're building up future leaders. Mm-hmm. And because of that, I think that it makes sense that they know their cultures and their languages. Like each student speaks at least 2 to 3 different languages.
Wow.
So, that's powerful. And so we want them to actually to embrace that and to embrace that history. So as they're learning about, the wonderful American culture, they're also retaining their own culture. And that's very important. So if you come and visit, you'll see them learning about other cultures, but also being able to respect their own.
Well, you've been there about 3 years now. Mm-hmm. What is a story that touches your heart? When you think about the mission and ministry of iHeart House, do you think of one child?
Yes, I could think of several. But recently, the work that we're doing with with one young lady definitely tugs my heartstrings. She came to us about 2.5 years ago, and she's from a small African country, and a lot of the things that she's dealt with, not knowing the language, not having formal education, she struggled. She struggled severely. She was in school, not being able to communicate her needs effectively. She would come to our Heart House sites and would just struggle. She would fight to grab her food because when she was in the camps, the problem that she would deal with was that she would have to fight for her food. Well, that made sense in the refugee camp. That doesn't make sense in American culture. And so she just simply struggled. What we realized as an organization was that she needed some therapeutic work to really be able to come alongside her. And so what we did was we tailored up play therapy sessions for her, along with some mindfulness training, as well as supporting her academically. So now if you were to come on a site, you wouldn't be able to tell who she actually is because of the fact that she's just doing so well. And we do the type of follow-up work. And actually her story is depicted on our website in our video. So it's not actually her, but someone else is playing her as a character, just to give you an idea of just how she struggled from that chaos to calm. And so now when you actually see her in real life, you just wouldn't know she's done a complete 180.
Right. Well, I know that Dallas school system does as good a job as they can. Primarily, they're geared to help Spanish-speaking Americans, but they can't know all of these languages. Mm-hmm. Does that create a challenge for some of the students?
Most definitely. I mean, it's always like all the research talks about the importance of being literate in your first language. Oftentimes, some of the kids come over and they're not literate in their first language. So because of that, that's a struggle. It's easier when you actually know your home language, and then by knowing that language, you can easily learn English. But when some of our kids come from illiterate backgrounds, and because of that, it makes it a little bit difficult. But I think that there's ways to really fix that. I mean, Irving ISD has a newcomer program in school. I think if DISD would do something similar, where we can actually have a program and/or school that really tailored to a lot of the diversity and ethnicity of this country. I mean, I think it'd be an amazing way. Some of our team had just came back from Australia learning how to actually resettle students in this way. So I think that there's ways to do it. There's research out there, but I think that there's some tactics, some things we could do.
You are amazing, and we're going to have you back. Unfortunately, we're out of time.
Okay.
HeartHouseDallas.org is the website. Thank you for being on the show.
Thanks so much, Jess, for having me.
And we'll see you all next week.
Okay.